Sup guys, Zanderson 977 here today to do Naruto chapter 690 review. Now in this chapter of Naruto, right? This chapter of Naruto, I must say, right, the end is near. The end is near. It seems like the final official end of Naruto, the series will be, not a lot of chapters at all. Definitely ending by the end of this year. That's without a doubt. Definitely ending by the end of this year. Maybe early next year if Kishi wants to draw out the series any longer. So the Naruto series is coming to an end. Finally, after all these years, right? It's been one interesting ride. Now on to this chapter. Now this chapter of Naruto, they finally sealed away Kaguya for good. Well, they actually did it last chapter, but now we get to see how it all plays out with what happens, and it apparently is Chibaku Tensei 6 pass Chibaku Tensei. Seems like that's the technique when both Naruto and Sasuke with the yin and yang seals, the sun symbol and the moon symbol, touch Kaguya both together. Apparently, at that point we see Kaguya's body begin to morph back into this jumble of tail beasts, with the tail beasts apparently falling out of Kaguya's body. And just like the Chubaku Tensei that we know Pain used back on Konoha. Well, not in Konoha, but in his fight with Naruto, the same Chubaku Tensei, except this is on a much bigger scale, right? This is on a much bigger scale. It's the same technique, it formed this bubbling mass of that formed the core of the Chubaku Tensei, and then all the rocks begin flying up to it, and then it just gets bigger, begin building on itself until it forms into this huge mass that apparently by Naruto and the others almost as big as moon, and it grows. And Naruto, he made sure that he went down and found Black Zetsu to swim up there, so that there's no possibility of them wondering in the future, oh, Black Zetsu got away, so I wonder what will happen. No, Naruto made sure to go for him, throw him up there, so that he's stuck up there with Kaguya, trapped for however long they will end up being trapped for. But at this point it's the end of the series, so it doesn't necessarily matter. And interestingly enough, right, Madara's body got thrown out. Madara's body, I repeat, Madara's body got thrown out. So Madara is not necessarily done for. Well, he seems to be unconscious, just laying there on the ground, losing all of his previous powers that we know he had in the past. So is he dead? Is he alive? I have no idea. It seems like he's alive, he's just unconscious. So what will happen to him, who knows. But apparently upon Kaguya's body being sealed away, right, and them using this Chubaku Tensei, it seems like the seals on both Naruto's hand and Sasuke's hand went away, and they both now combine onto the shade of 6-pass's hand. And he apparently now used some kind of technique to bring them from their dimension back into the human world dimension, which they were in originally. And upon them coming back, the Sage of 6-pass tells them that congratulations on saving the world, etc. So as I said, seems like the series is now over. Now what will happen between Naruto and Sasuke, who knows? Will they still have their fight? I have no idea. Well, would I prefer to see them fight it out and see who deserves to be Hokage for that ride? Yes, I would definitely love that. But plus it's not even a given if Naruto would necessarily turn Hokage now, or whether we will see him become Hokage, because Obito was saying a couple chapters back that Kakashi should be the 6th Hokage. So maybe Kakashi will be the one to take up the mantle after Tsunade, and then after his reign, then Naruto will finally be the 7th, right? That number 7 being symbolic again for Naruto and his teammates being the 7th Hokage. Now as I said, I would definitely love to see Sasuke and Naruto fight it out. I want to see them fight. I would definitely want to see that fight. But who knows, maybe Kishi won't necessarily let it happen that way. But considering the powers that they have, it should be a very interesting fight. These two guys, they are definitely they in the top five in terms of strength in the whole Naruto verse, right? We get to see who's number one if or when they do have their fight. But overall, I thought that this was a pretty good, solid chapter of Naruto. Kaguya finally got sealed, and in a sense, it was a bit underwhelming because for somebody to be the originator of all chakra, right? In this one person, Kaguya, she is the originator of all chakra, but we didn't necessarily get to see a lot of originality in terms of attacks and and those type of stuff. She had a lot of power, and that dimensional thing is pretty much insane. But considering that she is the originator of all chakra, we didn't necessarily get to see a lot of Rinnegan techniques from her or anything like that. So in some sense, it was underwhelming. But I'm guessing on Kish's from Kish's perspective, he knows that the series is ending, so maybe he doesn't want to draw it out too much with all of these extravagant attacks and abilities and all of that. He just probably wanted to keep it simple and get the job done with. That's probably his perspective. But overall, I thought it was a good, solid chapter of Naruto, and that's it. That's my review. Remember to rate, comment, subscribe. Sayonara.